Hello and welcome to today's edition of the Megacast. I'm Dave Scott. He is Tyler Keefe.
Morning.
Good morning, Tyler. And hello. Thank you very much for joining us. Dave Scott and Tyler Keefe over there, 6 feet apart in our Lakes
always.
FM studio. And I laugh. It's really not funny anymore. But that is kind of where we're at. It's good to have you with us today. We have a great broadcast lined up for you. Our whole team has been working hard. I'll have an update on how we are implementing the governor's regulations and rules in her order from yesterday. It was the governor at around 11 o'clock yesterday had these words for the entire state of Michigan.
Now is the most crucial time for us to come together to protect ourselves and our families. We must work together to bend the curve. We must do more to curtail community spread so our health system has a fighting chance. Today I'm issuing a stay home, stay safe executive order for all Michiganders, and it goes into effect just after midnight tonight for at least the next 3 weeks. Without a comprehensive national strategy, we, the states, must take action.
So the governor yesterday saying we, the states, must take action. And we, all of us locally here in West Bloomfield, in the greater West Bloomfield area, also must take action. For us here at Civic Center TV and Lakes FM, that means the Megacast and everything that goes along with it. What is the Megacast? I guess we can tell people, Tyler, what it is right now. So, Tyler, the Megacast is 89.3 Lakes FM. lakesfm.com, Civic Center TV, civiccentertv.com, where you can watch this broadcast in high definition. We're sitting here in our radio studio doing TV. I'm here. Tyler's over there. By the way, here are the disinfectant wipes. I'll just leave those. You can grab them. Got them? Okay. And let me get your microphone on.
Yeah, that helps.
Okay, very good. And each day in the broadcast, to further the Megacast, to further reach out to the community at large, we have a participant, a partner who is with us on Facebook Live, and today that is the Walled Lake Consolidated Schools. We certainly thank Kenneth Gutman, the Walled Lake Consolidated School District Superintendent, who will join us later on in the broadcast via Zoom. And Tyler, Governor, I heard her on WJR this morning saying, the school schedule very much up in air. We don't really know exactly what the deadline is going to be for having students coming back. And there are already some school districts around the state that are already saying that it looks like the school year may be over.
Yeah, I heard very much of the same. Again, it's not clear just yet what the decision is going to be made. That's one of many things that's being negotiated at a state level and possibly even at a federal level for the schools. But every school district's approaching this differently. We heard earlier this week a really interesting interview with Dr. Hill, and it'll be interesting to see what Walled Lake is doing during this to continue educating their students.
So thank you, Tyler. I appreciate that. Another active member of the Megacast team is our own Larry Nyland, who is checking in now via Zoom, and he's got his cup of coffee. We see Larry on Zoom. Hi, Larry.
Good morning, gentlemen. How are things going in the studio?
Fantastic.
We are doing fine. So we'll run down what we're going to be doing here in a minute. Larry can help us with what is going on. Larry produces the show and works hard from home. Before that, Larry, though, you're home. Tyler and I are here. We've got two other people that will remain in the building. But our Motown Digital staff, which is complicated for people that don't know how this is structured, but it's our company that operates Civic Center TV. Our Motown Digital operation is shut down in accordance with the governor's guidelines. We are still running here as a media outlet, certainly allowed, and we are, I call us a first, actually Paul W. said this on the radio today. I kind of liked it. First communicators, Tyler. We are first communicators. Yeah. You are, Larry, a first communicator from home via Zoom, and we got a big job to do. So we're going to talk about what we're doing. We have lined up today. Who do we have on the Megacast today, Larry?
So we're going to start off with West Bloomfield Deputy Chief Kurt Lawson is going to call in, let us know how things maybe have changed since the governor's speech yesterday, where she kind of put everything on a lockdown. About 10:30 or so, we're going to be joined by Jim Manna, West Bloomfield Township board member, and also a very active real estate broker in the area. So he's going to talk about how things are going in that industry, which I guess it'd be a little difficult to show houses and things like that when you're supposed to keep your social distancing. Then, of course, we're going to get involved with our lunch carryout club. We're going to try to hook up with Alamora Middle Eastern Restaurant, which is at Maple and Farmington. Some really good food there. I know Tyler and I have enjoyed that before. On the 11 o'clock hour, we got Ken Gutman from Walled Lake School Superintendent, who's greatly let us be our Facebook partner for the day. 11:30, we're going to check in with Timothy Summerfield, who's a general manager of a funeral home in Kego Harbor, which funerals are going to be kind of an interesting thing now because, again, you're supposed to keep your social distancing, but a funeral is a thing where, you're supposed to get together and everybody's supposed to have their family together and things like that and say goodbye to your loved ones. But it's going to be a bit of a different twist on that. And then we're going to close out the show. We're going to have Steve Acho on, who had his big Facebook Live concert yesterday. So Steve's going to let us know how that went for him.
All right, Larry. Well, it sounds like a great lineup. Thanks for your work. I love the songs that Steve has done. I watched his Facebook Live. He got 2 really great parodies, and he got to laugh during this thing. I mean, come on. I mean, this is a serious matter, but you got to laugh a little bit just to let the stress off. At least I do. So he did. We Didn't Start the Virus, which is a Billy Joel parody, right? And then he did the Beatles, I Want to Wash Your Hands. Cracked me up. It was really good stuff. So, Larry, finally, before we let you go, because we got to get on to Kurt Lawson, can we see the cat? The cat was crawling everywhere before we went on the air, and now I don't see your cat.
Well, I knew as soon as the lights turned on and the cameras, went up that the cat was going to hide. I have not yet fed the cat this morning, so that's kind of my way of fooling her into coming out here. So it may still happen, but not right now. All
right. I know you got a lot of work to do. We'll be checking in with you again shortly. He is Larry Nyland, the producer of the Megacast right here on 89.3 Lakes FM, lakesfm.com, Civic Center TV, civiccentertv.com, and, of course, as well today, our Facebook partner is the Walled Lake Consolidated Schools. We thank them very much for being a big part of what we're doing today. Joining us on the line from the West Bloomfield Police Department, our West Bloomfield Public Information Officer and the Deputy Chief of the West Bloomfield Police Department, Kurt Lawson. Officer, good morning.
Well, good morning. I see you've got 2 of my favorite people on today, Ken Gutman and Steve Acho.
Well, yeah, I know. I saw your post on Steve Acho's page yesterday. Did you catch? I know we had a township board meeting last night, but did you catch his Facebook concert by any chance?
I did catch some of it, but I was on the township. They did it over the computer, right?
Right.
And so that was an interesting thing to watch for several hours. But that's where most of my attention was last night.
All right, so Kurt Lawson, thank you very much for joining us. We really appreciate it. Certainly, we have an awful lot going on in the wake of the governor's announcement yesterday. Her order for all of us to stay at home unless we are an essential business. I can just tell you here that we are doing everything we can to comply with the order literally. I've shut down my Motown digital operation that is closed. Today we're just cleaning up a few things to get people out of the building. By tomorrow we will have 3 or 4 people in the building at most. We're keeping our distance, but we, as Paul W. said on WJR today, we are first communicators, and we're taking that seriously and doing all that we can to communicate through the crisis, but safely. And our building is totally closed to everybody. Does that sound like that makes sense?
It totally makes sense because you've been actually an integral part in helping me get the message out from the elected officials, from our leaders in public safety on what we're doing for the community and how we're proceeding forward. So you've been a great asset for us, and I certainly believe that you're necessary infrastructure, at least within West Bloomfield here.
All right. We still want to keep it safe, though, and that's really a key to all this. So what advice do you have for folks today? Any new updated information based on all the people that you're talking to as to how to follow the guidelines from the governor?
Well, certainly, if you don't have to leave your house, we encourage you to stay home. That's what the governor, that's what her staff, her people in government want you to do, is stay home. Unless you're part of that critical infrastructure, part of that workforce, you really just need to hunker down within your house for the next 3 weeks. We are actually going to go around and look for businesses that have stayed open that are not part of that critical infrastructure. And we're going to be talking to people like, listen, we're all in this together. You need to go home. And that's just really what we're stressing right now is if you don't have to be out and about, if you don't need to go to the store, if you don't need to get a prescription, please just stay home.
So we're taking this to a new level. And, Greg Flynn said this yesterday on the radio. It really kind of opened up my eyes to the whole thing. Listen to Chief Flynn of the West Bloomfield Fire Department.
Dave, COVID-19 is in West Bloomfield. And I can't stress that enough to our residents that it is here. We have identified areas that we see a higher call volume for patients that are calling with their signs and symptoms. We're tracking that in our emergency operations center. We've talked about, I think back to our first interview and when we said, hey, we need to be prepared. And we are, but that day has arrived, Dave.
So that day has arrived, Kurt Lawson, and now it sounds to me like you're going to be out there enforcing it.
Well, we're certainly going to be encouraging people. We're not going to be arresting anybody. Okay. I can tell you that right now. That's not something that we're interested in. We're interested in the public's welfare, their health. So like I said, we're going to be documenting it. We're going to be having discussions with individuals and encouraging them to do the right thing, what the government of the state of Michigan wants them to do. I've also talked in the past when you and I have had discussions about modeling behavior. Our public safety people are going to be modeling the correct behavior. And I just want to, on a personal note, say that on Friday I wasn't feeling well. I wasn't feeling good Saturday. So I have not been back at work because we don't want anyone who's not feeling well to go into work, even if you're someone that's critical to the infrastructure of your community or the state of Michigan. So we just want to get that out there as well. If you're not feeling well, stay home. Don't go shopping. Don't go get your prescriptions, anything like that.
Well, and we do need to model. That was a great word. And we're trying to do it here at Civic Center TV and Lakes FM. While we are doing our job as first communicators, at the same time, we got to do it safe. We got the Clorox wipes. We're wiping everything down. We're trying to stay away from each other, and the building is totally closed down. So we're doing what we can today to make sure that we're staying safe, and I hope everybody else does the same thing. I hope as you're traveling around the community, and I would love some feedback as you're out there, that most of the people, virtually everyone, is doing what they should, and you don't encounter any businesses where they're open where they shouldn't be.
Well, we've had great compliance throughout West Bloomfield. I know I was just on a conference call with Chief Flynn. He was driving down Orchard Lake Road, kind of seeing what was going on, and he said there was absolutely no cars on Orchard Lake Road. And who thought we'd ever be saying that at 9:30 in the morning that there was no cars on Orchard Lake Road? But that's exactly what we want. Now, just to be clear, if you have to go to the grocery store, if you have to go to the pharmacy, if you want to engage in going for a walk or a hike, keeping that social distancing, that's something that you can do. But for the most part, again, for the next 3 weeks, time to catch up on your Netflix and stay home.
All right. The way I read the governor's ruling from yesterday and the way I applied it to my business, I think we did the right thing. We shut down Motown Digital, non-essential. That's the parent company that all of our staff works for here. We shut that down. There's nothing going on there that is absolutely mission critical. I sent an email to our business manager. She has to go in because we got to make payroll. So that's an essential business operation of that company. So
Correct.
She's going to work. And I sent her an email so she can keep that with her if she's driving around. Here at Civic Center TV, we're closing everything down, getting everybody on Zoom today. Our doors are shut. And there'll only be 3 or 4 of us left here in the building going forward to operate everything. Everybody else, our webmaster, all of the rest of the support team, Larry Nyland already, they're all working from home via Zoom. So that's the way we're implementing it. The law says, the order says, you got to just give people as business owners instructions until the 31st. Would business owners be better off, though, to send that email like I did? And should employees and people that are like working at a drugstore, working at a grocery store, working at a restaurant, should they have something from their employer that clarifies why they're out and about?
Correct. If you are designated someone that's essential to the infrastructure, then your boss, the person that owns that business, needs to designate you with those words, that you are someone that I have identified is so important to my business that, so that if you are stopped by the police or if you're questioned, that you are important to sustaining and protecting the critical infrastructure in the state of Michigan.
All right, Kurt Lawson, on a personal note, are you symptomatic of the coronavirus?
I don't believe I've been around, or I have no knowledge I was around anyone that was positive, but like Chief Flynn says, you just don't know. So I've had a lot of fatigue since Friday. Definitely wanted to side with as much caution as possible. I don't want to get anyone else sick within my workforce. Certainly that's one of our big concerns at the police and fire department, is someone coming in that's sick and infecting the facilities. So an abundance of caution. I'm staying at home and waiting for my test to come back, hopefully Wednesday or Thursday.
All right, I just want to show people right here that are watching on TV, you can hear on the radio, this is the list of our COVID-19 vocabulary. Abundance of caution, a new phrase.
Abundance of caution.
Is here. That one definitely, Tyler. That's a big one right
Oh, yeah.
So, no, I think that makes sense. And again, you don't have to answer this. This is just happening live, my friends. Kurt and I are friends, but we both have jobs. Do you believe that there has been any significant illness in the fire department, the police department, or over at Town Hall here in West Bloomfield?
Significant, I would say no. I think that there are some individuals that, like myself, are taking all the precautions necessary to protect our workforce, because I think that public safety in these times is absolutely vital, that we keep our workforce as healthy as possible for as long as possible. So in any industry that's currently operating, if you don't feel well, though, you need not to come work. Don't go to work. Stay home.
All right. Well said, Kurt. I hope you feel better. Keep us up to date on your health and the health of everyone, all of our first responders and the other people that are supporting them and people that are keeping government open. We appreciate everyone's work. We want everyone to be safe. And over here, what we've done is, we got our 3 or 4 people we need to keep this thing on the air. But behind each and every one of them, there's a backup person who's at home, too, supporting us. And then if one of us gets sick, if I'm sick tomorrow, I'm not here, and Larry Nyland or somebody else will be here doing the show, or I'll be doing it from home, because, you're right, you can't expose anybody. So thank you. Any other words for the community?
Just that we're all in this together. This is a great time for all of us to come together and work our way through these difficult times, and I'm confident that at the end of the day we're gonna be okay.
All right. I am too. When the governor said we're like Italy yesterday, that shook everybody's boots. She said we're on a trajectory similar to Italy. No one likes hearing that. But, that, and then Chief Flynn's comment yesterday that the coronavirus is in West Bloomfield. All you got to do is go to the Oakland County numbers and see that, of all the counties in Michigan, we're like right there at the top. So it's time to take all this very seriously. Kurt Lawson, thank you very much for being with us today.
Thank you, Dave. You're doing a great job. Appreciate it.
All right, very good. He is our Chief Information Officer and the Deputy Chief of the West Bloomfield Police Department, Kurt Lawson. We're going to take a break. Coming up in the next little bit, we're going to talk to Adam Nelson via Zoom, one of our team who is at home. He is our webmaster. We'll go through the new updated resources available on the website. Jim Manna is standing by, West Bloomfield Township Trustee. He is also going to check in via Zoom. Tyler, last night's West Bloomfield Township Board meeting, I watched it on Zoom. It didn't look as polished as what we're used to, but it seemed very effective, and it worked. It seemed to work very well.
It's definitely something different. It's going to take some getting used to for the community, both the leaders and the viewers in the community, but it's effective, and it worked very well.
And everyone was safe and everyone was home. So,
right.
That worked out really well. We're going to take a break. We'll be back. You are listening to and watching the Megacast. We are on Civic Center TV, Channel 15, Channel 99 on AT&T, on CivicCenterTV.com. You can watch it all in high definition on the web. And, of course, we are sitting in the radio studios of 89.3 Lakes FM, where you can listen to us live streaming at lakesfm.com and, of course, on the big booming FM signal, 89.3 Lakes FM. We'll be back in a moment.
Each of us have a role to play in stopping the spread of COVID-19. Keeping a distance of at least 6 feet
will slow the community spread of COVID-19. I can help.
I can help.
I can help by washing my hands.
Using warm water and soap for 20 seconds.
And drying my hands with paper towel multiple times throughout the day.
Be sure to cover your cough using your elbow.
In an effort to prevent the spread of COVID-19.
Avoid touching your eyes, mouth, and nose.
Not feeling well?
Have a fever?
A cough?
Do your part and stay home until you are well again.
If your symptoms are more significant, call your doctor.
Don't drive to the emergency room or show up at your doctor's office.
Without an appointment, that can spread the virus.
In addition to social distancing, avoid crowds.
Even small groups of people can increase the risk of spreading COVID-19.
We know it's hard, but we all need to do our part to stop the spread.
You can get outside and enjoy the parks. There are plenty of trails that are open.
And provide plenty of space for social distancing.
You can call, text, or
chat with friends and loved ones.
Hi, Grandma.
You can put together a puzzle.
Or start your spring cleanup.
Or just catch up on Netflix.
We can all do our part to stop the spread of COVID-19.
That is Steve Kaplan there at the end of the PSA, produced by the West Bloomfield Fire Department to get the word out, and you can see that on our channels, and you'll see it on Civic Center TV and hear it here. Hello, I'm Dave Scott. You are watching and listening to the Megacast on 89.3 Lakes FM, lakesfm.com, Civic Center TV, CivicCenterTV.com, and a huge thank you today to our friends at the Walled Lake Consolidated Schools with their 6,000 followers on Facebook who've allowed us to broadcast this entire program today on their Facebook channel. We're going to continue to rotate around to the most prolific Facebook pages that we can find in West Bloomfield to expand the word. We are also working very hard to make our website as viable and helpful and informative as it can be. We've really upped our game, and the guy, we're lucky that we had to close down our Motown digital operation, Tyler, because we got all this amazing talent that they're not working. So they're all at home, and we have additional people to help with Civic Center TV.
Yeah, that's immensely helpful, and it's great to be able to optimize their operation, especially during these ever-important times.
One of the most talented members of our team is this guy, Adam Nelson. Oh, yeah. Hi, Adam. We see you on Zoom. Welcome to our Megacast.
Well, thank you for having me.
It's good to have you with us now. Adam, he is a technician. He's probably going to be a man of few words here. We'll draw it out of you today. But Adam is one of the most technical people on our team. He's been around video production, worked at Russell Video in Ann Arbor, and is one of the most skilled audiovisual technicians in the state. We have refocused his efforts onto the website. And Adam, welcome to, we've shifted your job a little bit, but you're doing a really good job working on the web stuff.
Well, thank you, Dave. Yeah, it's a whole new world going from making live events happen to making websites happen.
So let's take a minute now. The viewers are seeing the homepage of our website. Let's just talk through what's going on. And I'm on the homepage now. We have our slider up here at the top, but you've done a really good job the last couple of days creating 3 new links, one that's coronavirus, one that's Megacast, and one that's Carryout Club, and people are seeing that online right now. They could see you in the corner in the video there because it's a little behind, but you're there nonetheless. So when we click on the coronavirus link, and I invite people to go there, there are a series of links there right now. We're going to continue to update them. But you've got that page open there, too. Why don't you tell us what people can find today on the coronavirus page?
Yeah, well, today you're going to find resources from around the web that we have actually spent some time vetting and fact-checking to make sure that they're trusted sources, information that you can use to keep your family healthy, keep the coronavirus out of your homes. and we'll be updating that, like you said, daily.
Yeah, in fact, that's all I want you to do is just keep updating this page. Currently on the page, Governor Whitner's Stay Home, Stay Safe press release, a very interesting piece from the Henry Ford Hospital, West Bloomfield. They have a supply drive going on. If we get a minute, Tyler, we'll talk about that supply drive today, but that's going on. And the link to find out about it, you don't need to wait. Just go to civiccentertv.com, hit the coronavirus link at the top of the page, and you'll find that information. You can also, really helpful page, in fact, I'm going to click on this one right now for those of you watching on TV. That's a direct link to the Oakland County coronavirus page with all the information, including the phone number to call if you get sick. It's 1-800-848-5533. If you don't have a doctor that you can call the Oakland County Health Department. So that's a page you definitely want to go to. The State of Michigan coronavirus page, which we're going to right now, and is a direct link, also is a lot of information, including the Stay Home, Stay Safe, Save Lives announcement from yesterday and everything you need to know from the state of Michigan. And then on the national level, the Center for Disease Control's website. So you got the national information, the state information, the county information. We'll get more West Bloomfield information up here. We have it from Henry Ford Hospital. This page, Adam, let's get about 1 million links on there, all right?
Absolutely.
All right, and that'll be helpful for folks. So then we have the Megacast page on the website, and the Megacast page has the archives of this show. So if you want to see what we were talking about yesterday, the day before, it's going to be there. If you're tuning in and you're hearing it and you're doing something else, or you want to listen to CNN or Fox or WJR or Channel 7 and then come back to the local information, it's all there. It's archived. And Tyler, you're going to have that up to date after the broadcast every single day and on this Megacast page, right?
Yes, every day we upload the new episode. It'll have a description of who's in the episode, what we talked about. That'll be on civiccentertv.com. We will also post it to our YouTube page, Civic Center TV.
All right. And then finally, here's a new initiative that we're working on, and it's called the Carryout Club. We talked to Suzanne Levine from the Chamber of Commerce. We're going to get her on the line, and our own Captain Jeff, who is going to be the captain manager, I don't know, manager Jeff, Captain Jeff, whatever. He is going to run the Carryout Club. And what the Carryout Club is, I can give you a quick glimpse of it right now. Adam, really nice job putting all this together on the web. And what this is restaurants that are open and are doing carryout. And all you got to do is click on that link there, and the restaurants are going to show up. And what we're doing here is not just giving you the same kind of listing you can get elsewhere. You can click on the restaurant name. We're going to put a local description of what's going on, our interaction with them, some local information about the restaurant. You'll see a map to the restaurant. You'll see their carryout hours, their telephone number, and anything else. And, we are doing our best to eat at all these restaurants, so we can support them financially. No freebies from any of the restaurants. We're buying our lunch. We'll run out to one of them today. But here's information on restaurants that you can go to, and we really hope that you will support our West Bloomfield businesses and participate with the Carryout Club. Now, our guys are going to be out safely maintaining distance from people to get the Carryout Club participants all engaged. We'll put some posters at the restaurants today, and you're going to start to see this information around the community. Adam, anything that you want to add to anything I've said about the website or anything that we're working on?
Well, like you said, we are adding new local restaurants every single day. But we're a small team, like you said. Any restaurant owners out there that own a restaurant in the West Bloomfield or Lakes community area, I'd invite them to reach out to Civic Center TV through our website or phone number and get a hold of us. Let us know that you're out there. Let us know that you want to be part of our community, part of our list, and we'll get your information up there.
All right. And a really good way to do that, thank you for bringing that up, great point. A really good way to do that is the easy way, call us, 248-683-2343. And I believe there's contact forms or email information on the website as well, Adam, and if not, you'll update that today and get some more information on there. So if you want to join the Carryout Club and you got a restaurant, call us, 248-683-2343. and let us know. And we're going to do it before the day is over. Every day in this broadcast, we're going to go through every restaurant in the Carryout Club. Hopefully, that'll take up half the show before we get too much deeper into this, and tell you who's there and give you some ideas. It's twofold. It's getting it fed, and it's supporting the businesses right here in our community, us getting together, right? Adam, thank you very much. You're doing a great job. We really appreciate it.
Well, thank you. I'm getting back to work.
Okay, by the way, real quick, you're working at home. It's going okay?
Indeed, yep. Really appreciate being at home with the family, being able to keep my son happy and safe, and still getting everything done I need to get done.
All right, very good.
Well.
You're a good dad, and how's everyone in the family doing? Okay.
Oh, they're good. They're finding Nemo right now. Oh. Disney Plus is a beautiful thing.
All right. Thank you. Adam Nelson, our webmaster at Civic Center TV. We really appreciate the fine work he's doing. Tyler, we're going to take a break. We'll be back in a couple of minutes. West Bloomfield Township Board held their first ever interactive meeting. It wasn't in Town Hall last night. It was online via Zoom. Jim Manna, West Bloomfield Township Trustee. How could I lose the word trustee?
It's right there on TV.
I know. All I got to do is read it.
So many T-words.
Jim Mann is standing by. We're going to take a very quick break, and we'll be back and check in with Jim after this. You are on the Megacast on 89.3 Lakes FM and lakesfm.com. We'll be right back.
The Cloud Learning Initiative launched on March 16th. The meal service program is kicking off for cloud learners. Pre-order forms and information about weekly menus can be found at www.wbsd.org/mealservice. Pre-order forms must be submitted by 3 p.m. and at the latest the day before. The meal service is open to any family, regardless of city residency, and any child from birth to 18 years of age. Please visit www.wbsd.org/mealservice.
I'm Harvey Gerson, chairperson of your Cable Commission, with an important question for you today. Do you consider yourself community-minded? If you live in Keego Harbor or Sylvan Lake, there are openings in both cities for someone who can devote about 3 hours a month to continue the growth and development of both Civic Center TV and WBLD Lakes FM. By becoming a cable commissioner, you'll be joining a local government group of 12 people whose mission is to enhance the lives of residents in our communities through media and communications. If that's for you, here's what I'd like you to do. If you live in Sylvan Lake, call City Manager John Martin at 248-682-1440 or fill out an application at sylvanlake.org. In Keego Harbor, call City Manager Jared Ottenwest at 248-682-1930 and become part of a team of active, community-minded people bringing you media that's close to home.
Welcome back to the Megacast right here at 89.3 Lakes FM, lakesfm.com, civiccentertv.com, and, of course, Civic Center TV, Channel 15 and Channel 99. My name is Dave Scott. He's Tyler Keefe. We are 6 feet apart. And where's the... Okay, here's the right disinfectant wipes. Get to work on that over there. Joining us now via Zoom, and for the first time ever, this is a Zoom walkabout broadcast. Let's say hello to West Bloomfield Township Trustee Jim Manna. Good morning, Trustee Manna. How you doing today?
Good morning, my friend. How are you, Mr. Scott?
I'm doing fine. So tell us where you are and what we're seeing right now. We see you in a home.
I'm at home, actually. I was going to go to the office, but I said, you know what? I better respect, since we're televising this, I better respect the governor's wishes and stay home. So I'm televising from my house. I'm standing in front of my house right now.
Well, I think it's a good idea that we set an example, and we also do the right thing. I appreciate that. So let's first, Jim. So how are you and your family, and how's everything going at the Manna residence? If you could give us an update of what's going on in your world.
Well, I appreciate that. Everybody's doing great. I'm the oldest of 8 siblings. Excuse me. Our parents are staying home, and we're checking on them every few days. They also reside here in West Bloomfield. We've taken groceries there a couple of times already, and we're making sure that they stay inside. My father's 83 and my mother's 77, so we're keeping a great watch over them. And all 8 siblings are staying in touch, and watching over the kids and everybody else. So we're all doing great. Thank you for asking. How about you?
I'm doing fine. Thank you very much. Here, I've shut down Motown Digital, our production company. Our Motown Digital team is working hard here to make Civic Center TV and Lakes FM a viable tool to make sure the community knows what's going on. We are in the building healthy. Our building is shut down. We're limiting the number of people that are in the building. We're keeping our distance. The things that we do in the field are limited, and we're keeping our distance, and we're trying to follow all the guidelines precisely. And if any of us do get ill, we will be staying at home. But we are first communicators, as Paul W. Smith said on WJR this morning. I like that, first communicators. So we feel an obligation to do what we can do. So hey, do me a favor, just scan around. You're obviously in your community. Can you scan around with your phone a little bit, just so we can take a look? Is there anyone driving at all, or any cars, any activity at all? And we're losing your signal. Maybe you need to stay close to
this morning, and I looked out on Farmington Road. That's far over there. I looked out on Farmington Road this morning and saw very, very few cars going by about 6 a.m. And as you can see right now, we're looking at Farmington Road. There's one car. Usually, this is a busy part of the day that you'd see countless cars going by. But as you can see, we've only seen one car in the last 15 seconds. And that's about it. So all quiet out here.
Jim, you might want to stay close to the home. I think your signal will be a little bit better on your Zoom cell phone broadcast. No, that's fine. So Jim Manna, West Bloomfield Township trustee. So Jim,
is that better?
Much better. Thank you very much. Let's talk about last night's meeting. Great. We made history. Unfortunately, in West Bloomfield, our first meeting ever conducted interactively without being in the boardroom and with the public in the boardroom. That was all allowed as a result of a ruling from the governor that has temporarily modified the Open Meeting Act, but the spirit of the Open Meeting Act still intact. You guys were there. You all participated. The public participated. How'd it go last night?
It went great, thanks to technology. I mean, we had a couple glitches, but other than that, we were able to conduct the entire meeting. The only difference is we had to do, we couldn't do the all in favor say aye. We had to go individually and count our votes, which took some time, but otherwise the meeting would have lasted 40 minutes instead of lasted about an hour and a half. But we got a lot of, it was business as usual. We got a lot accomplished and got it done.
And the community, the public had an opportunity to interact last night?
We did. We probably had a half a dozen or so that were on Zoom also that were able to chime in and give us their opinions about different matters. And it was really good, including a doctor that had called in and said he might have some extra masks that he can donate. And also, we talked about fireworks and all the different lakes that conduct fireworks and the issues that surround those, and it was very productive.
Any information that our listeners, viewers, webcasters, Facebookers, I mean, we got them all today. I think those are the right terms.
Sure.
Anything that they should know about what's going on with the West Bloomfield Township operation right now?
I can tell you, I got a tour of the Emergency Operations Center a few days ago, and our men in blue, our police and fire members were there, and we're very well protected. They put their lives in danger every day when they go to work, and now this is further peril that they have to put themselves in with this pandemic that's going on. And God bless all the police and fire for West Bloomfield for keeping us safe and protecting us and watching over us. So we're in great hands, guys, in West Bloomfield, where it's one of the safest communities in the country. And I'm glad to be a part of it.
Yeah, and I don't see that safety factor changing during this crisis. If anything, no. I don't know, from my perch, it looks like people are doing a really good job working together to get through this.
They absolutely. It's I'm seeing people walking, walking about, which I can appreciate. So, which means basically people are staying home. As it gets warmer today, you'll see a lot of that. But of course, they're staying apart. But it's nice to see people walking around something you haven't seen in a number of years.
All right, Jim. Well, thank you so much for the personal story. I'm glad everything's okay with you and your family. I'm glad to see you can handle the technology really well. Those are great headphones, and you got your phone there, and you're zooming live out in front of the house. Gave us a report from the field, just like you were some national network reporter on the status of traffic on Farmington Road. That was good. Well executed. Well done. I hope you don't mind if we keep in touch with you. That was our first ever Zoom in the field. We're going to do some more before the hour's over here, but that was great. Good job. Thank you.
Sounds great.
Thank you.
Sir.
Send our best
appreciate
wishes
the opportunity.
to you, your family, everybody in the community, and everyone over at Town Hall and the other trustees and electeds in West Bloomfield.
Thank you, sir. Thank you so much.
All right, there he is. Thank you. There he is, Jim Manna, joining us. Jim Manna joining us there. One last look on TV from his home with a big thumbs up right here in West Bloomfield. Dave Scott, Tyler Keefe. It's a Megacast back here in the studio. Tyler, we got to get the information, but it's also good just to know that people are doing okay.
It is. It's nice to check in with everyone and kind of see the different parts of the community and how in different areas the response maybe is varied in some way, but also really similar in how people are responding to this pandemic.
So coming up on the Megacast here still today, we're going to talk to Kenneth Gutman. He is the Walled Lake Consolidated School District Superintendent. Governor yesterday and even today in media reports and interviews I've seen her on. A big question mark as to the status of the rest of the school year. We'll see what they're thinking in Walled Lake and how education is going out there. We also thank Mr. Gutman, Superintendent Gutman, and everyone at Walled Lake for being our partners, our Facebook partners today, and allowing us to broadcast there. And all the information that we're getting really from West Bloomfield, very similar for Commerce Township and Waterford and Farmington Hills and our immediate neighboring communities. But we're very glad that Superintendent Gutman will be with us. We'll talk to Timothy Summerford, the General Manager of the Family Funeral Care in Keagle Harbor. Funerals, how are they being conducted right now? Online, we'll find out how they're making that happen. And Suzanne Levine from the Greater West Bloomfield Chamber of Commerce is going to be here next, along with Jeff from our Carryout Club. And we'll talk about the Carryout Club, how that's going, and our effort that we're going to be making out in the community today to help support carryout restaurants in West Bloomfield and help you stay connected. So we're going to take a break. We'll be back in just a couple of moments. My name's Dave Scott. He's Tyler Keefe over in the other half of the studio, 6 feet away with a good container of Clorox disinfectants over there, keeping it safe back here at the studios. We'll be back in just a moment. You are listening to and watching the Megacast on Civic Center TV, Lakes FM, Walled Lake Consolidated Schools Facebook page, and elsewhere all across the internet. I'm Dave Scott. Tyler Keefe back in just a moment.
Lakes FM is your home for the latest news updates regarding COVID-19 in West Bloomfield. It is also home to the all-new West Bloomfield Megacast, live Monday through Friday, 10 a.m. to noon. Tune in anywhere on 89.3 Lakes FM or 89.3lakesfm.com. Keeping you connected in West Bloomfield during the coronavirus outbreak. 89.3 Lakes FM.
Each of us have a role to play in stopping the spread of COVID-19. Keeping a distance of at least 6 feet
will slow the community spread of COVID-19. I can help.
I can help.
I can help by washing my hands.
Using warm water and soap for 20 seconds.
And drying my hands with paper towel multiple times throughout the day.
Be sure to cover your cough using your elbow.
In an effort to prevent the spread of COVID-19.
Avoid touching your eyes, mouth, and nose.
Not feeling well?
Have a fever?
A cough?
Do your part and stay home until you are well again.
If your symptoms are more significant, call your doctor.
Don't drive to the emergency room or show up at your doctor's office.
Without an appointment, that can spread the virus.
In addition to social distancing, avoid crowds.
Even small groups of people can increase the risk of spreading COVID-19.
We know it's hard, but we all need to do our part to stop the spread.
You can get outside and enjoy the parks. There are plenty of trails that are open.
And provide plenty of space for social distancing.
You can call, text, or
chat with friends and loved ones.
Hi, Grandma. You can put together a puzzle.
Or start your spring cleanup.
Or just catch up on Netflix.
We can all do our part to stop the spread of COVID-19.
And welcome back to the Megacast right here on 89.3 Lakes FM, lakesfm.com, civiccentertv.com, and of course, on the Walled Lake Schools Consolidated, Walled Lake Schools, Walled Lake Consolidated School District Facebook page. We're going to talk to Kenneth Gutman, superintendent of the Walled Lake Schools, coming up, and we thank them for participating. So we have this program. It's called the Carryout Club, and you're going to see these posters around the community. Let me hold that out there so you can see that on TV. These posters are going to be at restaurants. We're going to safely get them to restaurants today. When you see this on the front of a restaurant, you know they are a carryout-friendly participant of our Carryout Club, and that you maybe get a flyer with your carryout, too, that reminds you to tune in to the Megacast. We're going to get these out in the community today so people know what we're doing. Big helper and our partner in all this is Suzanne Levine from the Greater West Bloomfield Chamber of Commerce, the Executive Director. On the line, Suzanne, thank you for joining us today.
Of course. How are you doing?
Good. Let me just hit a button here or two, and I'm just trying to figure out exactly where you are. There we go. I got you there now. Can you hear me?
Absolutely. Can you hear me?
I can hear you. Thank you very much. So the Carryout Club, we're all ready. It's all set up now. We've got it in place. Just quickly, I'm going to the website. I want to show people what we have. Here on the website, you can go to Carryout Club on the web. You can hit the list of current restaurants, and then when you do that, you're going to get a listing of restaurants. We're adding restaurants frequently. There'll be a ton more before the day is over here. And Suzanne, what's really cool is you go into the restaurants. Let's go into Bistro Le Bliss, okay? I've not had the pleasure of being there. Have you been there?
Yes, I have. It's delicious.
So it's not just what you would find on Google. You go into the listing here, and it says, as Yakov Flesher, the chef and mastermind of Bistro Le Bliss likes to say, people who love to eat are always the best people. We at 89.3 Lakes FM like to think that includes all of us, especially when you visit Bistro Le Bliss. So there's information here that is unique to West Bloomfield, and you're going to have the hours, you're going to have the phone number, you're going to have the address. If we have information that will help you get your carry out, maybe if there is curbside or any of that stuff, it'll be in there. And Suzanne, I just think it makes it easier for folks who are trying to engage in carry out right now.
Absolutely. I think that a lot of the places are only accepting credit cards, so I think that's something the viewers need to find out. I know that some of the places said they are not accepting cash.
All right. So I'll tell you what, we're going to have our team get that information on a restaurant-by-restaurant basis, and we will find out and make sure that they know that. In fact, Jeff right now, who is our Carryout Club manager here at Civic Center TV, let me see if I can get him in. Jeff, can you hear me? Okay.
Yes, I can, Dave.
Okay, good. Jeff is out in front of the studio. So Suzanne said that we want to find out from the restaurants if they are taking cash or credit card right now, because that's an issue for a lot of them.
Yeah, I will definitely find out if it's a cash basis or a credit card only basis.
All right. So hang in there, Jeff. We're going to come back to you in a second. So Suzanne, Jeff has the posters and the flyers, and he's running out to the restaurants today to just do exactly what you see behind Jeff right there in the window of our building. Get the posters up so people will see and know exactly that the restaurant is a member of the Carryout Club. And then, try to just get the word out there. And you have any thoughts on anything else we can be doing to make this better?
Well, I think it's great. I think that everyone needs to be sharing this on their Facebook page, next door. I plan on sending out an e-blast today and putting it on LinkedIn and Facebook and every resource that we have. I think that what would be also helpful is I know a lot of the neighborhoods have, kind of their own little community Facebook page and ways of communicating. I know that there are seniors that are afraid to go out, and maybe trying to, get some of the people that have offered to volunteer, get them to pick up the food for these seniors or people that are afraid to go out.
That's a really good idea. Really, really good idea. So, give somebody a helping hand if you can. So
right.
Here's one other thing. Jeff, I want to put you back on TV here so people can get to know you.
Sure thing.
Suzanne, Jeff's a big guy. He can be a little intimidating with his Carhartt hat and his beard, and he's the nicest guy. He's the nicest guy you're ever going to meet. But Jeff, you kind of look like a security guy, when you start walking up to that. I don't want you to scare anybody out there today.
I'm just a food security guy, Dave.
So see that face, everybody. When Jeff comes to your restaurant, stay 6 feet away. He's going to keep it really safe. But do me a favor, put the poster up, take the flyers, and then hand them out to folks so they know what's going on. We want to get the word all over West Bloomfield. So Jeff, what's the plan? Where are you heading out to get these out?
We're going to go around today to the area. We're going to talk to people 6 feet away. And we're going to try to put the word out there. I think for lunch today, we're going to go to Al Amara
Middle Eastern cuisine.
Sure.
So you're going to go there on Maple Road. So in fact, over the next half hour, we can get an order in. We'll call them and get them on the air next hour, and then head out there and then take the posters, see how that goes with them. And then we'll go up and down Maple Road. We'll go to the 14-mile and Farmington Road area, the 14-mile and Maple Road area. We'll continue working our way up Orchard Lake Road. That's where most of the businesses are here, and then work our way north. You certainly might want to work your way out to the west a little bit as well, Jeff, and head out towards Haggerty and those restaurants that are out there that are also in the West Bloomfield area. And if they're right across the street near in Commerce Township, they could still put one of our posters up. It'll be okay.
And I'm thinking that perhaps I would reach.
Go ahead, Suzanne. Go ahead. Yeah.
No, I was thinking that perhaps I could reach out to some of my former media colleagues and see if there's any way that they could do like a story about how Civic Center TV and the West Bloomfield community is really trying to support our businesses during this time.
Oh, we would love that. And
maybe it'll be a movement.
We would.
We could actually say that we're in the vanguard of some, food movement.
Well, whatever we could do. We want the goal here is A, to make sure people get food. B, make sure that they have the information they need.
Right.
Credit card, cash, curbside, delivery, and Jeff, we can start adding that stuff on these restaurants, like if they do like DoorDash or they do something else, whatever their method is. We'll get more specific information. Jeff's only job, right, Jeff? Your only job right now is to make the Carryout Club totally rock and really help the people in West Bloomfield, right?
Hey, I'm hungry too, Dave. So it's a double win for me.
Yeah.
No samples anymore. That's the problem.
Well, no freebies. Just make sure, because Jeff can eat, and so can I. But no, Jeff, no freebies.
Hey, I'm happy to make him lunch if he wants to pick it up.
Hey, thank you, Suzanne. I appreciate that.
All right. So that's the story, folks. Thank you, Jeff. Be safe out there. Keep your distance. Now,
Thank you. I will.
Do you have Charlie with you as well? Is he right there with you? Can we see Charlie
He's
too?
not next to me, but I'll go grab him here. So.
Well, at some point. You may see Jeff. You may see Charlie, either one of them from Civic Center TV coming by. They'll be very safe. We just want to get you the information so you can get it out to the people, and we can get this Carryout Club going, help our restaurants, make sure they can sustain themselves. Mm-hmm. And, if you get low on food and you don't want to go to the store. And, I was in a couple of stores yesterday. We still need to go. It gets a little scary, though, to be honest with you.
Right.
So if you don't want to go to the store, you could just get engaged in the Carryout Club. Go to civiccentertv.com. I just want you to know we're not making any money with this. In fact, it's costing us thousands of dollars to do this. We're not making any money. We're not making any money. This is not about making money. It's about connecting the people who participate with the show with the restaurants, and then just everyone benefits. That's all it's about.
Right, and I want to personally thank you for everything that you do for our community. It's sometimes a thankless job. You're always out there giving information, taping our events. So a huge, huge thank you. I'm full of gratitude for Dave Scott, Tyler Kieft, all of the great people that work there, Jeff. We're really appreciative.
All right, well,
we really are.
I don't do anything. It's all these other guys that do all the work to make me look
Pay no
good.
attention to the man behind it.
Definitely. All right, thank you, Suzanne. Appreciate it.
Anytime.
All right, talk to you soon. So now we see Charlie. Jeff, can you pan over to Charlie? So if this guy walks up to your business, hey, Charlie, how you doing?
Good, how are you?
Good. So if this guy, Charlie, see, look what a big smile he's got. You're not going to scare anybody. Pan over to Jeff. Pan over to Jeff and Now, Jeff, but pay him back over to Charlie. Just like all-American guy here. I mean, he's not going to scare anybody. If either of these guys come up to your restaurant today, they're just trying to help with the Carryout Club, all right? You guys, anything else you can add from out there?
No, we're excited to go out there.
Hey, do me a... Go ahead, I'm sorry.
Flyers.
Do me a favor, just tilt the camera around. I'd like to see if it's possible. Walnut Lake Road right now. I want to see if there's any traffic on Walnut Lake Road. When you guys are around today, I would be really interested in knowing if there is much traffic out there today. There you see Walnut Lake Road right in front of the Civic Center TV studios. By the way, no cars in our lot. Go back out on the road for one more second. Just pan back out there to the road. Just leave it out there. And it's just, there's no one on the roads. There's nobody on the roads. And normally, Tyler Keefe, at this time of day, we can't pull out of our parking lot because we can't get through the traffic. There's just, Michigan, West Bloomfield, you have done a great job clamping down and following the governor. One more car. We did a great job following the governor's instructions.
It's been fantastic. It does seem like people are only going out as needed, and that's exactly what we have to be doing as a community.
All right. Okay, guys, I got my computer screen on that shouldn't be on. Sorry about that, everybody. Thanks, guys. Good job. Appreciate it. Well done. Be safe out there, and go out and get those posters up and talk to the restaurants and start collecting some information, and we'll get you working online to get the website up to date later on, okay? And we're hungry.
Thank you, Dave.
So we'll talk to Alamora Middle East soon. And were you guys hungry?
Yeah.
Yeah, they're working up an appetite working out there. So, all right, thanks, guys. Appreciate it.
Thank you.
So there you go. That is the Carryout Club and our guys out in the field. Dave Scott, Tyler Keefe here in the studio. Coming up next hour in the program, we are going to talk to Timothy Summerford. He is the general manager of the Timothy's not going to make it?
Now,
Okay.
something came up with the business, and he's got to attend to that today, so we'll try to get him for another time.
More important that he takes care of his business. Kenneth Gutman will be joining us, though, I expect. He's the superintendent of the Walled Lake Schools. We'll see how things are going out there. We especially thank them for participating today as our Facebook partner and putting the broadcast up on their Facebook page. Alamora Middle Eastern Cuisine. We're going to check in and get an update on our COVID-19 vocabulary, take a look at some other things that are going on around the community, and hear from some of our leaders, the governor, the fire chief, and others, and get an update. And I think before the hour's over next hour, Steve Acho, we're going to at least hear some of his music, or he will check in with us again live. He's done a couple of great parody songs, and hopefully we'll be talking to him. So with that, we are going to take a brief break, and we will be back with more. This is the Megacast. I'm Dave Scott. He's Tyler Keefe. We really thank you for joining us. You are watching on Civic Center TV, Channel 15, on Comcast, Channel 99 on AT&T. You are also watching at CivicCenterTV.com. That's really the best place to go to watch on TV. You get a great high-definition signal. Thank you for tuning in on the radio on LakesFM.com, online at 89.3 WBLD, Orchard Lake, West Bloomfield, Keego Harbor, Sylvan Lake, Lakes FM on the radio. We appreciate you being a part of it. The Megacast continues after this brief break.
If you are located in Greater West Bloomfield and want to stay caught up with current events and news within the community, Civic Center Television can provide you with the most up-to-date news and coverage of all local events. You can access all this content at our website at www.civiccentertv.com. Also on social media on Facebook at Civic Center TV 15 or Twitter and Instagram at Civic Center TV. You can also watch most of our content on our YouTube channel. Also tune into The Splash that airs new episodes every week, or listen on the radio on 89.3 Lakes FM.
Keeping West Bloomfield connected during the coronavirus outbreak. This is 89.3 WBLD, Orchard Lake, West Bloomfield, Keego Harbor, Sylvan Lake, 89.3 Lakes FM.
Each of us have a role to play in stopping the spread of COVID-19. Keeping a distance of at least 6 feet
will slow the community spread of COVID-19. I can help.
I can help.
I can help by washing my hands.
Using warm water and soap for 20 seconds.
And drying my hands with paper towel multiple times throughout the day.
Be sure to cover your cough
using your elbow.
in an effort to prevent the spread of COVID-19.
Avoid touching your eyes, mouth, and nose.
Not feeling well?
Have a fever?
A cough?
Do your part and stay home until you are well again.
If your symptoms are more significant, call your doctor.
Don't drive to the emergency room or show up at your doctor's office.
Without an appointment, that can spread the virus.
In addition to social distancing, avoid crowds.
Even small groups of people can increase the risk of spreading COVID-19.
We know it's hard, but we all need to do our part to stop the spread.
You can get outside and enjoy the parks. There are plenty of trails that are open.
And provide plenty of space for social distancing.
You can call, text, or
chat with friends and loved ones.
Hi, Grandma.
You can put together a puzzle.
Or start your spring cleanup.
Or just catch up on Netflix.
We can all do our part to stop the spread of COVID-19.
You are listening to and watching the Megacast on 89.3 Lakes FM, lakesfm.com, civiccentertv.com, Civic Center TV Channel 15 on Comcast, Channel 99 and AT&T. And we are so excited today to also be on the Facebook channel of the Walled Lake Consolidated School District, reaching thousands more, and even more delighted to be joined now by our next guest. He is the superintendent of same school district, Kenneth Gutman, joining us. Superintendent Gutman, thank you very much for joining us on the Megacast today.
Oh, my pleasure. Thank you for having me.
Well, you got a good setup there with your Zoom. You're looking good. You got some good light. We can hear you real well. Thank you very much for joining us. It's good to have you. It's a crazy time, with all the Zoom technology and all the distance learning and interactive stuff. What's going on at Walled Lake, and tell us a little bit about how you guys are dealing with this crisis.
Yeah, thank you so much, and thanks for the opportunity to share. I couldn't be more proud of our staff, our parents, our community, our administrators. It's in times of crisis you see if people can really step up and lead, and we knew we had a great staff and community, and now we know it even better. As quickly as they could, all of our teachers set up Google Classrooms. We've distributed over 1,100 Chromebooks to families. We've distributed, I want to say, close to 1,000 meals to parents and children. We're hosting Spirit Days virtually with our students and staff. We're still celebrating Reading Month with people continuing to read. We're having meetings among classes and staff meetings virtually. PTSA Council is holding art contests. Staff meetings are continuing. Our PTSA Council met last night virtually. I hope people still want to see each other when this is all done.
That is funny. I mean, the reality is, and you got to laugh right now. I mean, you got to laugh. You got to keep a sense of humor through this very serious time. But, I'll tell you what, we heard a very similar story from Dr. Hill, and it's not a news story to me anymore. I'm just blown away. 1,100 computers, meals every day. You guys are continuing to communicate. Education is still going on. I'll tell you what, it blows my mind, and I'm a technology person, that these school districts have been able to deploy because, not getting political. I mean, some might say that we've not been able to respond with the proper apparatus in place on the health side. But on the education side, it kind of looks like you guys are ready for this.
Well, we weren't ready, but we were ready. So we didn't anticipate this happening, but as soon as it did, everyone stepped up. We still have concerns. We still know there are students out there who don't have access to technology. We still know there are people who are not getting meals. And so we're going to continue to reach out and encourage people to take a look at our website, to contact us at info@wlcsd.org, because we want to make sure if there's anyone out there who still needs meals, if there's anyone out there who still needs technology, we want to do everything we can to help them. So while we responded really well, we know we haven't yet reached everyone, and we're not done trying.
He is the superintendent of the Walled Lake Consolidated School District, Kenneth Gutman, joining us here in the Megacast via Zoom. For those of you that are watching, you can see him. For those of you on the radio, thank you for listening in. Superintendent Gutman, it doesn't matter where you live right now if you're trying to get a meal. Is that correct?
That is correct. So we have been distributing 14 meals, breakfast and lunches, for 14 meals per person. It covers the entire week. We distribute them on Monday at Walled Lake Central, Walled Lake Northern. We're also delivering them. If people contact us, we'll do that. But it's for anyone 18 and under, whether they live in our district or not. This is a global issue, and we're all taking care of each other.
Yeah, and it's amazing. So clearly your food service team, they are hard at work preparing these meals. I'm sure they're doing it safely. So in addition to educating our kids, you're keeping our community alive and well to the extent that you can. And I'm sure it's a challenge for you, just like it is for all the medical people, to do such in a safe way so your own people don't get sick.
And that's really important. We want to make sure not only that our own people don't get sick, but that we don't infect other people. I don't know that I'd compare it to what our medical personnel are going through right now. My hat's off to everything they're doing, it to them. But certainly our staff have stepped up, and we want to make sure that we keep them safe. We love what they do for our kids, and we love them.
So the big question on everyone's mind after Governor Whitmer yesterday essentially closed down everything else here in the state of Michigan except critical services such as media, broadcast, police, fire, other things. The next question is the original date that we had for schools opening up again. That one looks like it's pretty much out the window. What are you hearing from the governor's office, from other superintendents, as to where we are with the school year this year?
So we know that it's been extended another week, which actually covers our spring break in Walled Lake, and students are, as of now, tentatively supposed to report back on April 14th. I have not heard anything from the governor's office specifically on this. I don't know that that's something she'll deal with today. There's a lot going on, but we do anticipate that school could be out a little bit longer than that. So I'm not optimistic about us returning in the middle of April.
And we've heard some districts say that they're just going to make the announcement now and close for the year. Is that something that you are looking at, that schools in our area are considering, or are you going to follow the governor's lead on this?
Yeah, well, I'll follow the governor's lead. She's done a great job leading it, and we don't have the authority locally to shut down schools for the year anyway. And so that becomes a funding issue as well. We're going to continue paying our employees and taking care of them. Closing down early could jeopardize our funding and our ability to pay our employees.
All right, so I appreciate that thought. He is Kenneth Gutman, the superintendent of the Walled Lake Community School District, joining us here in the Megacast. Hey, a big thank you for allowing us to broadcast on your Facebook page. You've got 6,000 followers. I hope that they find our broadcast interesting and helpful. And I just want to remind all those people that we're going to be here every day. What we are talking about applies to our entire region, so we're very grateful that you were able to extend that courtesy to us today.
Well, it's our pleasure. You've been a great community partner of ours for a lot of years. I remember being in your building back in 92 when I started as a teacher in West Bloomfield schools. And so we certainly do appreciate everything you do to get the good word out and really become a good community partner for everyone.
Yeah, look at West Bloomfield sending all these superintendents around, you and Watson over in Bloomfield Hills now. So it's great that you guys are a tight community. I assume you're talking to Pat Watson. I assume you are talking to Jerry Hill, and you guys are you're having conference calls, comparing notes, working together.
We are, actually. I think I've done more WebEx and Zoom calls in the last week than I've done in my entire career combined. I'm on the phone with and don't forget George Heights, another West Bloomfield guy who's filling in South Lyon right now, Pat Watson, Jerry Hill. We're doing conference calls as a county 2-3 times a week. We're doing a conference call this afternoon with Dr. Michael Rice, the state superintendent. Our governor has done a conference call with us as well. And so we are a tight-knit community. We're all just trying to look out for each other and each other's kids and making sure that we're not leaving any child behind.
From an educational standpoint and a certification standpoint, is it possible, and not trying to be Davy Downer here, but is it possible that the education that you are providing, it won't be we won't be able to certify that this time out of the classroom, remotely, interactively, isn't going to quote-unquote count?
Yeah, so there are a couple of aspects to that. Is it possible that it won't count? Sure. Do I have faith that it will? Also, sure. But we also have an obligation to provide for our children. And so whether or not it counts, I'm a father of a couple teenagers and a 20-year-old, and I certainly like that they're busy doing work at times. And certainly we don't want children to fall farther behind. We know that some will. So whether or not it counts, we want to make sure that our children have something to do that's productive and continues or stops some of the slide that happens as we see in the summer. And at the same time, I still have faith that these days will either count or there will be forgiven days, but certainly I don't have any inside knowledge on that.
Yeah, I get so frustrated with people, and I apologize to anyone that feels this way a little bit. But, I get so frustrated when people discount young people and millennials and say, well, they're not like we are. We had a tougher work ethic when we were young. We walked, 20 miles to school through snow that deep, 10 feet uphill, right? It's like, it's amazing the young people now. And I think, I'm a West Bloomfield graduate. I think back if this had happened in 1976 or 1977, I got to be honest, I don't think we'd be handling it as well. I think it is great that we have the infrastructure and technology and that, students and teachers and administrators know how to employ it and deploy it. But, I'll tell you what, you take a state's youth and give them nothing to do, and you got a mess on your hands, my friend.
Well, I think our kids deserve far more credit than they get in society. They're not slackers. They do work hard. They do care. They're as creative. If you've ever had a chance to take a look at some of their Twitter posts, they're as creative as anyone I've ever seen, and they're handling this really well as well. I don't know if you also had a chance to see the Free Press article. Ellie Friedman, one of our Walled Lake Central seniors, stepped up and wrote a great article talking about the pandemic and its effect on her life and on all seniors' lives.
How are you doing? How's your family doing? Where are you right now? How about your personal story? We like to get that from everybody who we have on the show.
Absolutely. So my wife is a special education director. She's home doing a WebEx in the other room. And a couple of our children are here, and they're also doing online coursework. And so we're all doing well. We're all healthy at this point and hope to continue that. We're as frustrating as it is to stay home. We're doing that. We're trying to stay safe. We're going to follow the governor's order and take care of ourselves and each other while still trying to take care of all the children of our respective districts.
Yeah, it's not easy spending that much time around your spouse. I mean, I'm sure you guys are doing it. But really, when you're in a home...
Very happy. Thank you. Very happy.
That was a great answer, Tyler Keefe. That was the perfect answer.
That's the correct answer, yes. Pass that test.
All right. Ken, anything else? Kenneth Gutman, Walled Lake Consolidated School Superintendent. Anything else you'd like to add?
I'd just like to, again, commend our community, our parents, our staff, our administrators. We're taking care of kids. We got this, and we're going to continue getting this. We're going to continue taking care of people, and I appreciate the opportunity to speak with you today.
All right, well, good to speak with you. Would you spread the word? Our Lakes FM signal does pretty good throughout at least a portion, if not all, of the Walled Lake School District area. A lot of people in Walled Lake can see us. Everybody can see us online. If you have any stories that are relevant that you think our audience might want to know, please let's get connected. And anything we can do, something you need to communicate to the community, we are here for you. And I appreciate you taking time for us today.
Thank you so much.
All right, he is Kenneth Gutman, Walled Lake Consolidated School District Superintendent. Also our Facebook partner today as we are live on their Facebook page. And Tyler, I really like what he's had to say today, what Dr. Hill had to say. I know we're going to try to get a hold of Pat Watson. I'm sure we will in the next couple of days and others. But these school districts, they're on top of it right now.
They're really leading the charge and showing that you can be creative and you can take a different approach to how you're running your business, how we're running the community, how, of course, they're doing with the schools, and still be highly effective and still be a close-knit, wholesome community like we're used to having here in Greater West Bloomfield.
All right, so stay tuned. We have a whole lot coming up here on Civic Center TV, and it was just yesterday. I mean, it just seems like it was forever ago, and with this news cycle the way it is right now, so much happening so quickly, it seems like it was 5 minutes ago, but it was really all that not long ago, right now, about 24 hours ago, that Governor Whitmer had this to say.
Now is the most crucial time for us to come together to protect ourselves and our families. We must work together to bend the curve. We must do more to curtail community spread so our health system has a fighting chance. Today I'm issuing a stay home, stay safe executive order for all Michiganders, and it goes into effect just after midnight tonight for at least the next 3 weeks. Without a comprehensive national strategy, we, the states, must take action. We are joining a number of other states that have started, and I anticipate many will follow. States like Ohio and Illinois, New Jersey, California, and many others, including New York. We are doing this because it is absolutely necessary to protect the health of our people. The goal here is simple: stay home, stay safe, save lives.
Stay home, stay safe, save lives. And, you know, based on what we're seeing on the roads from Jim Manna and from our crew on a 14-mile road and Farmington Road and Walnut Lake Road that we've seen today live on camera, we'll see more for the broadcast is out. It looks like people are doing just that. So, one quick note here, and then we're going to take a break, and we'll be back. We're going to get a hold of Alamara Middle Eastern Cuisine. They are our Carryout Club member and partner for today. We're going to order our lunch from them, and we'll head off there with our crew in a couple of minutes. We'll call them and get them on the air. If you don't know about their restaurant, you have a chance to find out. We'll list off the other restaurants that are part of our Carryout Club. Remember, Carryout Club... Here's the poster. You'll see it all over the area, and if you see that poster, you know that's a restaurant that is doing everything they can to make sure that you get carry out and you get it safe. And more on that in a couple of minutes. Our COVID-19 vocabulary, we started this a couple of days ago, Tyler, because there's just an awful lot of phrases and words that are new to us that we've never dealt with before.
Yeah, there's a whole lot coming into the lexicon lately, and it continues to grow over time, but we have some that are more recurring members of this vocabulary.
If you have anything that you want to add to our, we got to get this on the webpage. These need to get up on the. We'll get those up there today. Anything that you want to add, we would love to hear from you. But here are the new phrases, the new words and phrases that we are encountering quite a bit. Flatten the curve. Obviously, that's a big one. That's why the governor made the announcement yesterday. That's why we're staying at home, to try to flatten the curve. Society making a concerted effort to slow the exponential spread of the virus. Social distancing. 6 feet.
6 feet.
6 feet. Stand 6 feet away. When did you ever say social distancing 3 months ago?
Usually just referring to my social life.
I'll leave it at that.
Yeah.
This one I didn't know. Fomite transmission. What is fomite transmission?
Fomite transmission is one of the. It's basically when someone that is carrying or something that's carrying the virus or the sickness makes contact with you, and then you transmit that to yourself, usually through the eyes, the nose, or the mouth, which is why you're being told not to touch your face.
All right, the happy birthday song. And by the way, it's John Atwater, one of our guys' birthday tomorrow. Maybe we can put a little video together on this. The happy birthday song, that's what you sing twice while you're washing your hands, right? That's what that's all about?
2 times. Got to get those 20 seconds in.
All right, asymptomatic. Yeah,
asymptomatic. It's where you may be carrying the disease, but you might not show any visible symptoms of the disease, which is another reason why social distancing is so key. You don't know if you may not know if you have it for a long time, and you don't know who you could possibly be passing that on to.
New normal.
Kind of just a new state of our society as it is right now because of the pandemic.
All right, here's something I don't think we've seen a lot here, but I bet we will see more. Curbside testing.
Yeah, getting tested for the virus in basically a drive-through setup that's been put together by medical professionals that will keep it very safe and very efficient.
Wendy's, McDonald's, Burger King,
Not quite,
Henry Ford Hospital, West Bloomfield.
Yeah.
Abundance of caution.
Taking extra precautions so as to minimize your potential exposure to the virus.
Right, like Kurt Lawson. He's home right now, doesn't know if he's sick. Right. He is staying home due to
abundance of caution.
An abundance of caution. And stay-at-home order.
Stay-at-home order, that is what has been issued by Governor Whitmer of Michigan, of course, and of several other states throughout this great union of ours. ordering people to stay at home as much as humanly possible, only going out for absolute essentials, groceries, medications, and essential work operations.
All right, Dave Scott, Tyler Keefe. This is the Megacast on 89.3 Lakes FM, lakesfm.com, Civic Center TV, civiccentertv.com, and on the Facebook page of the Walled Lake Consolidated School District. We are everywhere we can be to try to get the word out to you. Please let others know what we're doing. We're going to be here every day. We are here live from 10 to noon, and then we are also repeating this broadcast on all of those outlets throughout the day, almost nonstop. So pretty easy to consume this. We have this thing called the Carryout Club, and we're going to check in with Alamora Middle Eastern Cuisine here in West Bloomfield in a couple of minutes, find out what they have. We'll also run down the other members of the Carryout Club coming up on the program still today. We're going to check in. I think we're going to check in with Steve Ocho. We'll find out how his Facebook concert went last night. He's got a couple of really great parody songs. I don't know if we can play them or not today, but we'll at least talk to him again and much more, so don't go away. We'll be back. You are listening to and watching the Megacast on all of our outlets. I'm Dave Scott. He's Tyler Keefe. We'll be right back.
89.3 Lakes FM is your home for the latest news updates regarding COVID-19 in West Bloomfield. The West Bloomfield Megacast is live Monday through Friday, 10 a.m. to noon, where our own Dave Scott talks with locals ranging from business owners to municipal personalities. To tune in to the Megacast, listen on 89.3 Lakes FM and lakesfm.com, or watch on Comcast Channel 15, AT&T Channel 99, and on the web at civiccentertv.com, keeping you connected in West Bloomfield during the coronavirus outbreak. 89.3 Lakes FM.
Each of us have a role to play in stopping the spread of COVID-19. Keeping a distance of at least 6 feet
will slow the community spread of COVID-19. I can help.
I can help.
I can help by washing my hands.
Using warm water and soap for 20 seconds.
And drying my hands with paper towel multiple times throughout the day.
Be sure to cover your cough using your elbow.
In an effort to prevent the spread of COVID-19.
Avoid touching your eyes, mouth, and nose.
Not feeling well?
Have a fever?
A cough?
Do your part and stay home until you are well again.
If your symptoms are more significant, call your doctor.
Don't drive to the emergency room or show up at your doctor's office.
Without an appointment, that can spread the virus.
In addition to social distancing, avoid crowds.
Even small groups of people can increase the risk of spreading COVID-19.
We know it's hard, but we all need to do our part to stop the spread.
You can get outside and enjoy the parks. There are plenty of trails that are open.
And provide plenty of space for social distancing.
You can call, text, or
chat with friends and loved ones.
Hi, Grandma. You can put together a puzzle.
Or start your spring cleanup.
Or just catch up on Netflix.
We can all do our part to stop the spread of COVID-19.
Thank you, Steve Kaplan, and welcome back to the Megacast. Dave Scott, Tyler Keefe on 89.3 Lakes FM, Civic Center TV on Comcast, Channel 15, Channel 99 on AT&T. And we are also streaming live today on the Walled Lake Consolidated School District Facebook page. Let's check in now with our West Bloomfield area Carryout Club, and joining us right now on the line is Madir, and Madir is at Alamora Middle Eastern Cuisine. Hello, Madir. Welcome to the show.
Hi, how are you?
Thank you very much. We're doing good. How are you doing? You doing all right?
We're doing good.
Okay, good. We're glad to hear it. It's a challenging time. So, hey, thank you for being a part of our Lakes FM Megacast Carryout Club. So we've added your information to our website, and we're inviting all of the people listening to our show to get carryout from you. We put a link on our website to you. In fact, we are going to order carryout as soon as we get done here. I'll have one of the guys call you back and order our carryout for lunch. And if you don't mind, I'm going to have the guys bring our Carryout Club posters and some flyers down, if you don't mind us putting that up and distributing that. I think it'll really help. Is that all right?
Sure, of course, no problem.
All right. So, you know, the whole reason we're doing this is to promote the restaurants in our area so people will come get carryout, do everything we can to get you connected to people who are hungry and get them connected to you so you can stay in business. How are things going with you guys? Hanging in there okay with only doing the carryout?
First, we really appreciate your help. We really appreciate you guys doing that. We're trying to hang in there. You know, it's a little tough right now, but, you know, we're steady. and we're still trying to serve our community. We're here. We're open till 9 o'clock daily. And for people who can't leave their houses, we're also offering a delivery service for them. And we're trying,
It's not easy, but we all have to work together. It's very kind of you to say what you said a moment ago. We're just trying to get people like you connected with hungry people in West Bloomfield and let them know it's safe to go out there. So we have a little description here. It says, amazing Middle Eastern cuisine. Their pita bread is baked in a gas-burning oven, and you could easily make a meal of all the hot and cold appetizers they offer. Their house specialties include all the classics. Does that pretty well describe what you guys do?
Yes, exactly.
Anything else you want to add for people that haven't dined with you before?
And anything that we make here is freshly made and prepped, and we only serve fresh food, and we're trying, everyone's wearing gloves, masks, we're trying to keep it healthy and clean,
Well, I think that's really important, and I appreciate you sharing that with our audience and doing that, so... All right, so listen, we're going to order our lunch. The guys will call you back after we get done here.
Sure.
No freebies. We'll bring the credit card. Do you take cash or credit card or both right now?
We're accepting both right now.
Okay.
We're accepting both.
Okay. Well, we'll send the stuff down, and thank you very much for all the hard work. Would you please extend thanks to all of your employees and everyone associated with your restaurant. I know it's not easy running a small business and how it's tough. So thank you for feeding all of us and hanging in there. We're right there with you, my friend.
Thank you so much. We really appreciate your help. We really appreciate you guys doing that.
All right, good.
Thank you.
We can't wait to eat your lunch. It's gonna.
Thank you. All right.
It's gonna be
we'll
really
see
good.
You shortly, guys.
All right, thank you. Madeir checking in from the Al Omara restaurant. Tyler, I have not had the pleasure of dining there before.
It's been a while for me. I know Larry Nyland and I have had that before during one of our longer days with meetings and productions, and we enjoyed it very much last time. I'm sure we will again today.
All right, it's really cool. You can go to the Carryout Club as a big link right on the homepage of civiccentertv.com. I'll show you, for those of you that are watching online right now, you go there, you see our Carryout Club logo, and then you click here for the current list, and then you can pick one of the restaurants, so we'll pick Al Omara, and you got the address here, and it's 6096 West Maple Road in West Bloomfield. You can click on the map, you can see the hours, the phone number. We'll continue to get more information here as to payments that they are taking and much more. And if you go back to our Civic Center TV Carryout Club page, right now we're just getting it started, but already we have Bistro Le Bliss on Orchard Lake Road. We have the Harbor Steakhouse. It's been so long since I've been to the Harbor Steakhouse in Kego Harbor. You've been in there in the last?
It's been a long time.
Been a long time for me, too. So I might get a steak carryout for tonight. That'd be really good. Put a smile on my face after a hard day. Yeah. The good old Lodge Grill and Bar. Yesterday they weren't open for lunch, but I think that they're definitely open around the evening time. We'll get that information. And then yesterday our lunch, Leo's Coney Island, and that's like right on the southern border of West Bloomfield. That, of course, is on Orchard Lake Road, just north of 14 Mile in the mall over there. And our very first member, the first meal we got was from the Stage Deli, Classic Deli, of course, on Orchard Lake Road, just south of 15 Mile Road. So these are our current members of the Carryout Club. The guys are going out in the field. I don't know if we got them on and they're connected or not now, but we'll let them do their thing, and then we'll check in with them when they get back out in the field, see how things are going on the streets, and as they go to get our lunch. And again, look for Jeff and Charlie. They'll be out at restaurants all over the area today trying to get you signed up for the Carryout Club, getting some literature and information to you. All right, we're going to take another quick break. We'll be back in just a moment. You are listening to and watching the Met. Did I have the web page on there with all that funny stuff? Sorry about that. You are listening and watching to the Megacast. I'm Dave Scott. He's Tyler Keefe. We'll be back in just a moment.
89.3 Lakes FM is your home for the latest news updates regarding COVID-19 in West Bloomfield. The West Bloomfield Megacast is live Monday through Friday, 10 a.m. to noon, where our own Dave Scott talks with locals ranging from business owners to municipal personalities. To tune into the Megacast, listen on 89.3 Lakes FM and lakesfm.com, or watch on Comcast Channel 15, AT&T Channel 99, and on the web at civiccentertv.com, keeping you connected in West Bloomfield during the coronavirus outbreak. 89.3 Lakes FM.
Did you know that the annual average temperature of the United States has increased by 1.8 degrees Fahrenheit over the period from 1901 to 2016? That may not sound a lot warmer, but think about the United States as you would your body. The average temperature of the body is supposed to be around 98.6 degrees Fahrenheit. Living with a temperature of 1.8 degrees warmer would mean living with an 100.4 degree fever at all times. Over the next few decades, annual average temperatures are expected to rise by about 2.5 degrees Fahrenheit for the United States. Just like an untreated fever would negatively affect our bodies, rising temperatures will negatively affect the Earth. Go to eos.org to find out more about climate change. This message is brought to you by 89.3 Lakes FM and the WBHS Digital Media Arts Program.
All right. Thank you very much for joining us. It's the Megacast. I'm Dave Scott, and Tyler Keefe is here as well. We appreciate you joining us all across West Bloomfield on 89.3 Lakes FM, lakesfm.com, Civic Center TV on Channel 15, Comcast, Channel 99, AT&T, and today we are also delighted to be on the Facebook channel of the Walled Lake Consolidated School District. We talked to Steve Acho yesterday before his breakout concert in on Facebook. I don't know if we got him or not. I don't know that this is going to work. We'll try it in just a minute. Steve Acho, are you there by chance? All right. Of course, we lost Steve and do not have a connection with him. Let me try one thing here really quick. The Zoom stuff, sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't always work. Okay, we're going to have to get reconnected. John Atwater, our Zoom guy, will get in here and get us reconnected and see if we can make that work in the next couple of minutes and connect with Steve Acho. But what he did last night was really quite amazing. Steve last night was kind enough to do a live free concert for all of us on Facebook, and it was really fantastic. And we certainly appreciate that. I tuned in. It was really good. Got to hear some of his music, some of his parody music, and we will try to get connected with him before the day is over. Hey, yesterday we had a really excellent opportunity to hear from just some really interesting people in West Bloomfield and around our state. Greg Flynn is our fire chief, and I don't want to bother him today because I know he's very busy. But yesterday when we had him on the program, he made it very, very clear that COVID-19 has definitely established itself here in West Bloomfield.
COVID-19 is in West Bloomfield, and I can't.
Let me
stress
start that once again. I
to
apologize. I want to make sure you hear this. This is Greg Flynn, our fire chief.
Dave, COVID-19 is in West Bloomfield, and I can't stress that enough to our residents that it is here. We have identified areas that we see a higher call volume for patients that are calling with their signs and symptoms. We're tracking that in our emergency operations center. We've talked about, I think back to our first interview, and when we said, hey, we need to be prepared. And we are, but that day has arrived, Dave. It's here. And I can't stress to you enough how important it is. All the buildup, all the interviews that we've talked about before, all the social media posts and education that we've been pushing out. Now more than ever, we all need to be doing it. You and I included. We're part of that solution, and the day has arrived. But
and he was talking about all the things that we need to do that we've been talking about since day one: washing our hands, keeping separation. Now, as the governor says, staying at home, separating from others, and make sure we do the Stay Home, Stay Safe, Save Lives program that involves most of us not going to work today. Governor said yesterday during a press conference that it was really important that each and every one of us do our part.
But if we all do our part and simply stay home, we have a shot at helping our healthcare system meet our needs. Because this disease can't spread person to person if we're not out there. So if we work together and we take this seriously, we can slow the spread of COVID-19. But right now, too many people are still out and about unnecessarily. So we must do more.
Too many people are out and about unnecessarily, and that was yesterday that the governor said that, not today. She issued her order for all of us to stay at home, and based on the observations we've done, and we'll look more over the next couple of minutes as we send our guys out for carryout, necessary carryout to feed our crew. We'll see what kind of activity there is on the roads. We'll check in with the guys in a couple of minutes as they do head out. So locally and across our state and country, how are people dealing and coping with all this? Yesterday, we had an opportunity to talk to Dr. Melanie Schwartz, a psychologist right here in West Bloomfield, and here's what she had to say.
Go outside. Get some vitamin D, okay? We're staying inside the house when this is a perfect day for the kids to go outside and play in the snow, okay? If you're not around people, it's perfectly okay to do that. Make sure that you are getting time for yourself. Even if you say, I need 5 minutes, lock yourself in your room, in your bedroom for 5 minutes, and ask your spouse, if you have one, to watch the kids. Something that we're suggesting is kind of keeping a routine, a schedule, to kind of decrease the anxiety so that the kids know how to predict what's coming next, because they don't as well. We don't need to keep the kids occupied at all times, but kind of keep them on a schedule, as well as meditating, if you can do that, or mindfulness, taking a few minutes to just kind of sit there with yourself, do some deep breathing. These are the things that are going to help us right now and get us through this, okay? And self-care, whatever that looks like, it's different for everybody, but if it's just sitting down and binge watching TV, then that's your self-care.
Tips yesterday from Dr. Melanie Schwartz joining us on the show. So we're to stay at home. We're to shut down our non-essential businesses. We're to keep our distance. If we are in an essential work environment, we are to follow all the rules and do that with extreme caution. I don't know about you, and I just did it if you're watching. The hardest part for me, I can do all the stuff. I can wash my hands. I can keep the distance. We can do everything that we do. Isn't it really hard not to, like, every once in a while touch your face? It's just so, it's instinctive. It's not like, we're sucking our thumb or anything, but it's just like, just touching your eyes, your nose, your mouth. I don't know about you, but that's the hardest part for me. Maybe it means it's lunchtime. I don't know. We're going to take a break. We'll be back in a minute. Hopefully we'll be able to connect with Steve Acho here in just a second. I thank you very much for tuning in. I'm Dave Scott. This is the Megacast right here in 89.3 Lakes FM and lakesfm.com. We'll be right back.
89.3 Lakes FM is your home for the latest news updates regarding COVID-19 in West Bloomfield. The West Bloomfield Megacast is live Monday through Friday, 10 a.m. to noon, where our own Dave Scott talks with locals ranging from business owners to municipal personalities. To tune into the Megacast, listen on 89.3 Lakes FM and lakesfm.com, or watch on Comcast Channel 15, AT&T Channel 99, and on the web at civiccentertv.com, keeping you connected in West Bloomfield during the coronavirus outbreak. 89.3 Lakes FM.
Each of us have a role to play in stopping the spread of COVID-19. Keeping a distance of at least 6 feet
will slow the community spread of COVID-19. I can help.
I can help.
I can help by washing my hands.
Using warm water and soap for 20 seconds.
And drying my hands with paper towel multiple times throughout the day.
Be sure to cover your cough using your elbow.
In an effort to prevent the spread of COVID-19.
Avoid touching your eyes, mouth, and nose.
Not feeling well?
Have a fever? A cough? Do your part and stay home until you are well again.
If your symptoms are more significant, call your doctor.
Don't drive to the emergency room or show up at your doctor's office.
Without an appointment, that can spread the virus.
In addition to social distancing, avoid crowds.
Even small groups of people can increase the risk of spreading COVID-19.
We know it's hard, but we all need to do our part to stop the spread.
You can get outside and enjoy the parks. There are plenty of trails that are open.
And provide plenty of space for social distancing.
You can call, text, or
chat with friends and loved ones.
Hi, Grandma. You can put together a puzzle.
Or start your spring cleanup.
Or just catch up on Netflix.
We can all do our part to stop the spread of COVID-19.
Hi, I'm Tyler Kieft from 89.3 Lakes FM with important information regarding bridging the technology gap in our community. Comcast recently announced expanded eligibility for its special program called Internet Essentials. Internet Essentials offers 15 megabit per second downstream, 2 megabit per second broadband upstream service, including home Wi-Fi, to low-income households at a monthly rate of $9.95 plus tax. Additionally, Internet Essentials offers the option to purchase an internet-ready computer from Comcast for $150 for these families. With the expansion of this program, Comcast will help an additional 3 million low-income households overcome internet inequality and have access to modern essentials such as news outlets, job search and application websites, email, and much more. Learn more about how Comcast's Internet Essentials program can help your family or others and how you can help bridge the technology gap by visiting InternetEssentials.com or calling 1-855-8-INTERNET. That's 1-855-846-8376. This is a public service announcement from Comcast, the Greater West Bloomfield Cable Communications Commission, and 89.3 Lakes FM.
Thank you, Tyler Keefe. And what an important announcement right now, as a lot of people really need internet, but it's expensive and not every family can afford it. The Internet Essentials program might be just the answer that you and your family need, and let us know if we can help connect you to anybody that you might need to be connected to. My name is Dave Scott. This is the Megacast on 89.3 Lakes FM and lakesfm.com, and also Civic Center TV, Channel 15, Channel 99, and, of course, civiccentertv.com. And we are live on the Facebook page of the Walled Lake Consolidated Schools. The most patient man ever, Steve Accio, is joining us now. Steve, I think we got all the connections working. How you doing?
I'm great. How are you?
I'm doing really good. So Steve is a local musician. I mentioned earlier in the show that we had you on yesterday, and I got like 10 comments from everybody. Yeah, Steve's my friend. Kurt Lawson and everybody else here. You're deeply ingrained here in the West Bloomfield community.
But I'm staying at my house in West Bloomfield.
Yeah, well, there you go. So for those of you watching on TV, Steve is sitting in front of his piano. And so, Steve, I watched as much as I could of your Facebook broadcast last night, your Facebook concert. Was that the first time you've ever done something like that?
I've turned the Facebook Live thing on a couple times to have one song be broadcast at a big concert. But I've never actually, scheduled a live event and say I'm going to be performing. So, that's the first time I've done that. I hope it came across okay.
Well, it was. It's kind of a new experience, certainly for everybody, and it was fun watching it. And did you get a lot of people that were able to tune in?
I did. Yeah, there were hundreds of people in person, and looks like it's over 1,000 or something have viewed, and just really nice comments from people saying it, made them happier. So that's awesome.
Well, and I think that's part of it right now. Local musician Steve Accio joining us here. It's part of it. We got to get through this thing. We're all isolated. We can't go out to the club and hear our favorite band or go to a concert at one of the major venues. So a lot of musicians, you're not the only one, are turning to Facebook Live to put some kind of a show on. I think it's a great idea.
Yeah, and for everyone else, I mean, for everything so difficult that's going on, what a great, amazing time we live in. I mean, I think of when we compare this to the 1918 Spanish flu, I think of how life must have been at that time. I don't know if you just picked up a paper once a week to see who is still alive, but now we're in constant contact, and we can even get entertainment in a tough time like this, basically for free with just an internet connection. So I think we're fairly lucky, all things considered.
No, we really are. I mean, this is technology has converged at exactly the right time, so we are able to make this happen. And we just talked to the schools earlier. Kenneth Gutman from the Walled Lake Consolidated School District. We talked to him a little while ago, and just amazing that that they can do what they're doing in the schools and what you can do to entertain people.
Well, this is easy. I'm just sitting at home. I could do this. I'm just turning the camera on. So, if it brightens people's day, I'm happy to do it.
All right, I don't know if this is going to work or not. Your internet connection's a little broken up, but we're doing pretty good here, Steve. So should we try and do another song today? What do you think? Want to give it a try?
Yeah, happy to do that. Yeah.
All right, I love the Beatles. I love the Beatles cover. I know you gave us just a sample. You gave us a sample of "I Want to Wash My Hands."
That one.
That was my request. Is there something else you wanted to do, or what were you thinking?
I got you. Well, I was actually going to play kind of a more uplifting. It is a Beatles tune. It happens to be the one that is my most popular song on Spotify. It's like over 12 million plays on Spotify. But it's Let It Be. It's just a great cross-generational song, and I love There Will Be an Answer.
All right, well, why don't you do that? And I apologize to the audience if it breaks up a little bit. We're doing our very best. But ladies and gentlemen, live from his home, somewhere here in West Bloomfield, it is Steve Acho. Take it away, Steve.
I find myself in times of trouble, Mother Mary comes to me, speaking words of wisdom, let it be. In my hour of darkness, she is standing right in front of me, speaking words of wisdom, let it be. Let it be.
You know, that was really great. Big round of applause, Steve. Thank you. Yeah,
if it was broken up, you could just call it the rap version.
it came through.
Let it be.
Yeah, it came through pretty good. I appreciate you doing it. It's an awful lot of fun. We can work on the technology over the next couple of days. My guess is we're going to have another week.
I can't control this connection.
Yeah, my guess is we're going to have another week or two of this probably. So we'll keep working on and perfecting it. So I was almost thinking, I had a crazy thought. I thought maybe it'd be fun to set up a virtual concert with you and maybe Michelle and Byron Conselmo and maybe a couple other West Bloomfield people all in your homes. And then maybe we could get it all hooked up. So maybe we could do a concert.
Go back and forth, right? A song here, a song there.
Yeah. What do you think? Should we try and work on that?
I love it.
All right.
I love that. Yeah.
All right, Steve. Thank you very much. If you would do me a favor and record, so we can get a really good audio quality, record maybe a couple of your parody songs, we would love to have a copy of those. All right?
I will do my best. I wish I had a home studio that was set up for quality audio or video, but this is kind of what I have. So I'll do my best to do that.
All right. Very good. Thank you very much. I appreciate you joining us. And you have a lot of friends in the community. It was great having you out at the food truck rally at Orchard Mall. What was it, last summer or the summer before? I can't remember. They all kind of fade together. But you're just an integral part of our community, and we all love you, and I know you love everybody else. So good to have you
here. You too.
Hey, before we say so long, are you feeling okay? Everyone doing okay in your house?
Oh, yeah, everyone's great. Yep, so far I'm just I'm more stressed for other people than I am for me, but doing great. Thank you.
All right, Steve. Thank you very much. Steve Acho joining us, and awful good to have him there. There he is. Get to see him one more time, waving goodbye to everybody. Thank you, Steve. It is the Megacast right here in 89.3 Lakes FM. We're going to take one more quick break, and then we are going to check in from the field and see how our guys are doing, running out to get lunch. I'm kind of curious what the traffic volumes are like in West Bloomfield. Last time we checked a couple of minutes ago, it looked like there were not all that many people on the roads, which is really what we want to see. So, in fact, maybe we can get to the guys right now. Now they're still working their way out of the building, I think. So we'll check in with them in just a couple of minutes and get an update from the roads of West Bloomfield and see what's going on. We're going to take another quick break. You are listening to the Megacast right here on 89.3 Lakes FM and lakesfm.com. I'm going to roll over here, hit a few buttons, and we will be right back.
I'm Harvey Gerson, chairperson of your Cable Commission, with an important question for you today. Do you consider yourself community-minded? If you live in Keego Harbor or Sylvan Lake, there are openings in both cities for someone who can devote about 3 hours a month to continue the growth and development of both Civic Center TV and WBLD Lakes FM. By becoming a cable commissioner, you'll be joining a local government group of 12 people whose mission is to enhance the lives of residents in our communities through media and communications. If that's for you, here's what I'd like you to do. If you live in Sylvan Lake, call City Manager John Martin at 248-682-1440 or fill out an application at sylvanlake.org. In Keego Harbor, call City Manager Jared Ottenwest at 248-682-1930 and become part of a team of active, community-minded people bringing you media that's close to home.
Each of us have a role to play in stopping the spread of COVID-19. Keeping a distance of at least 6 feet
will slow the community spread of COVID-19. I can help.
I can help.
I can help by washing my hands.
Using warm water and soap for 20 seconds.
And drying my hands with paper towel multiple times throughout the day.
Be sure to cover your cough using your elbow.
In an effort to prevent the spread of COVID-19.
Avoid touching your eyes, mouth, and nose.
Not feeling well?
Have a fever?
A cough?
Do your part and stay home until you are well again.
If your symptoms are more significant, call your doctor.
Don't drive to the emergency room or show up at your doctor's office.
Without an appointment, that can spread the virus.
In addition to social distancing, avoid crowds.
Even small groups of people can increase the risk of spreading COVID-19.
We know it's hard, but we all need to do our part to stop the spread.
You can get outside and enjoy the parks. There are plenty of trails that are open.
And provide plenty of space for social distancing.
You can call, text, or
chat with friends and loved ones.
Hi, Grandma. You can put together a puzzle.
Or start your spring cleanup.
Or just catch up on Netflix.
We can all do our part to stop the spread of COVID-19.
All right, thank you, Steve Kaplan. The Megacast on 89.3 Lakes FM and lakesfm.com, as you know, and Civic Center TV as well, I should say. Here is our homepage. You can see that right here on the television broadcast. We have a new thing called the Carryout Club, and we are working with restaurants in the area to help promote them and let you know what carryout options are available. And we certainly like to live and practice what we preach here on the radio, so we are out right now in the field at Al O'Mara's restaurant in West Bloomfield, getting carryout, placed an order a little while ago. And let's see if I can connect now via Zoom to Jeff, the manager of our carryout club. Jeff, are you there with us?
Yeah, I'm here with you. Hi, Dave.
All right, Jeff. So tell me, where are you right now and what's going on?
Right now, I'm with Charlie here, and we are standing outside of the Alumar restaurant, and we're about to go in and get our food.
Okay, so show me, just spin the camera around so our listeners and viewers know where you are exactly. Set the scene. I'm kind of curious what's going on with traffic where you are as well.
There's a few cars.
Maple and Farmington Roundabout.
Yeah. We're on the Maple and Farmington Roundabout.
Okay, so yeah, show us a roundabout if you would. So they're at Maple and Farmington. I don't know if you can get in a position where you can see it. So there we are. We can see the cars. There are some cars there at Maple and Farmington, but I would say the traffic is a lot lighter than we normally would be seeing this time of day.
Oh, I agree. Yeah, it's a lot lighter.
All right, so I can hear Charlie in there too. Kind of hard to hear Charlie. So what's the routine, guys, as we are going to go in? You're going to go in, get your carry out, and pick it up and bring it out. Do they do curbside there as well if people don't want to go in the restaurant to get the food, or how's that work?
I'll ask, but it looks like people are going in right now. So it looks like it's just carry out at the moment.
All right, so I want you to go in. We're going to watch. We're going to go in right with you, and we're going to do it live, assuming we don't lose the connection. Let's see what happens, and then how this carry-out experience is going to be at Al O'Mara's Middle Eastern restaurant. So go ahead.
Okay.
All right, just kind of give us a play-by-play of what's going on here, okay, Jeff? It's Jeff and Charlie. All right, guys.
All right.
Getting carried.
Charlie's got lead here. How's it going? How's it going, everybody? Good? Just coming in. We're from West Bloomfield. We're the Civic Center TV station. We're here to pick up our food. Okay. Thank you. Thank you. All right.
Ask if one of those guys Madeir. Can you see if one of the guys is Madeir?
I'm sorry, Dave. Go ahead. Say again.
Just is Madeir one of the people that you're interacting with there?
Oh, I'm sorry. Yeah, are we talking to Nadir right now? Are you? Yes. Okay. All right. Hello.
All right.
Hello, sir.
All right. So,
yes.
Hey, Jeff, I could see that Madeir is wearing gloves, and I think he's doing this in the most sanitary way possible. I really like the way that that's all happening right there.
Yeah, it's very clean in here, organized. It's a good-looking restaurant, too. It's too bad it's not full of patrons right now, but, what can you do? Yeah.
Can you interview that other guy that's right next to you? Just that he's picking up an order too. See if he'll just you can get him on camera and ask him if
he's a doctor. He's working at the hospital right now.
So he doesn't really want to come on camera with us.
He's working at Beaumont right now. So he's very busy.
Okay, so he won't say hi real quick live on the radio. Nah, it's okay.
Would you like to say hi or anything? Okay.
I get it. I get it. So just ask Madeir if there's anything he wants to say to our audience, another plug for his restaurant, or just any thoughts before we say so long today.
Sure. Nadir, is there anything you want to say to the local community or anything like that?
Yes, we are here to serve him. Everything's been taken care of now.
All right, Jeff, he's a little too far away. We can't hear him. Maybe you can just tell us what he's having to say.
Okay, thank you.
So, Jeff, I didn't hear a word he said. Maybe just kind of reiterate what it is he said. He was a little too far away from the mic.
Oh, that he appreciates the business and he's here for the community, and the food's great and it's ready for us.
All right, so bring it back. I'm hungry. All right.
So that he could tell us what's going on in Beaumont.
Yeah, would you like to talk to the doctor from Beaumont?
Sure, if he wants to say hello real quick. You got to get the phone really close to him, folks. This is reality radio at its best. So we'll see.
So
hello, can you hear me, sir?
I'm Dr. Greenberg, Larry. I'm a nephrologist, and I go to 3 hospital systems in the area. I go to the St. John's, DMC, and the Beaumont hospital system. They're all very prepared. They have action plans. They're putting in extra equipment, extra ventilators, and all of them are ready for what happens as far as I can see. The staff is safe. The staff is practicing safe protection for themselves and the patients. It's very impressive. The public have nothing to worry about.
Doctor, can I ask you just one question? The governor yesterday said that if we're not careful, this is going to be like Italy. What do you think about that?
Well, our population isn't as old, and I would doubt we'll be like Italy at all. They're prepared.
All right, Doctor.
I think. Yeah.
No. I just want to say thank you on behalf of myself, our entire staff, everyone watching live on TV and listening on the radio.
The nurses are the heroes. The nurses are the heroes. And what I hope happens from this is that it's recognized that they're the heroes and that they're paid and treated with respect accordingly.
All right. Thank you, sir, for your time. I appreciate that. Get your food. Enjoy your lunch and your carry-out. Good to talk to you, Jeff. Great job. Get 6 feet away from everybody. Get 6. Don't touch your nose. Don't touch your face. Thank you, Jeff. All right, we'll talk to you later. Well, there you go. That is our Megacast for today, and what an interesting way to wrap it up. I want to thank everybody. A little bit of reality radio there. I hope you enjoyed that, and we thank you so much for being a part of the broadcast today. We will be here again tomorrow at Civic Center TV and Lakes FM and do the whole thing one more time. If you're just tuning in and you're hearing this reality radio, if you will, and you want to hear more of it, stay tuned. This will repeat often throughout the day. If you didn't see it because you're in the car and you want to see it, go to civiccentertv.com. This will be up online. You can watch it there. And then we also invite you to go to Civic Center TV Channel 15 and Channel 99 on AT&T. For the entire crew, I'm Dave Scott saying thank you very much. So long. We'll talk to you live again tomorrow. And it is time for Lunch with Larry right here on 89.3 WBLD, Orchard Lake, Keego Harbor, West Bloomfield, Sylvan Lake. Have a great day.